Jesus went to dine at the home of one of the leading Pharisees, and the people there were observing him carefully. He told them a parable to those who had been invited, noticing how they were choosing the places of honor at the table. When you are invited by someone to a wedding banquet, do not recline at the table in the place of honor. The more distinguished guest than you may have been invited by him, and the host who invited both of you may approach you and say, "Give your place to this man," and then you will proceed with embarrassment to take the lowest place. Rather, when you are invited, go and take the lowest place, so that when the host comes to you, he may say, "My friend, move up to a higher position." Then you will enjoy the esteem of your companions at the table. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, but the one who humbled himself will be exalted. Then he said to those who invited him, "When you hold a lunch or a dinner, do not invite your friends or your brothers or your relatives or your wealthy neighbors, in case they may invite you back and you have rebellion. Rather, when you hold a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind. Blessed indeed will you be because of the inability to repay you, for you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Just because I don't trust my brain every time, so that's why I made a small note. And actually today I'm praying for the spirit of humility, first of all of me. Because like now, in this particular time, last year, I was on my way driving from Texas to Stone Mountain, an unknown destination. And I have been asking God, because I didn't know what I was about to meet, spirit of humility, to open up, to accept everything, everyone, criticisms, praises, standing behind, and embraces. And I continue to ask, because it's not something one can achieve under 1 year. And I ask you also to remember and pray for me that God may continue to grant me humility to be able to serve. I want to be very, very brief. The only one point today. That's why I really know it. If I ask you what is humility, in the first reading it's about humility. The gospel is about humility. There are people, some culture, in their wedding feasts or in their celebrations, they have high tables. If you want, ask the Nigerians, they will tell you better. They have high tables, and it's not everyone that is invited to the high table. It's for distinguished people. And they announce the names of the people. And the people just get up with music, dancing, because they're being honored to take the position in the high table. So imagine someone, you are not invited, and you come and wait and occupy the position made by somebody. What will happen? How do you deal with it over there? What happens? No? The person will be maybe embarrassed. "Hey, please come, go over there." So Jesus was invited to a wedding feast, banquet, and he sat there and was watching how people come in and sit down. And he looked at some people where they were going. Immediately they came, they went to a position probably not meant for them. He looked at them and then told them the parable. You will remember sometime when two people went to the temple area to pray. One of them, immediately he went in, he began to say, "Lord, I'm not like all these men. I pay my tithes. I pay my career campaign. I give my donation. I do good. I'm not like them. All these are sinners. They're not wanting to be here. Like robbers, they steal, they backbite, they do everything. Well, I'm not like them. I can't be not be like them." And the other man, the moment he entered, what did he do? Knelt which of the two did the will of God? Which of the two was humble? The one who acknowledged his own fault, his own shortcoming, his own deficiency, and then be able to ask God for humility and for pardon. So the 2 minutes of today talking about humility made me to go into the Google. Of course, anything you don't know, ask Mr. Google. And if you want to have a general idea, go to Wikipedia. There's a general idea. It's not authentic, it gives you an idea. So the privilege I had when I consulted the dictionary this morning, the Merriam-Webster dictionary says that humility is a quality or a state of not thinking you are better than other people. And the dictionary.com says it's also a quality or a condition of being humble, modest opinion or estimate about one's own personal life. And in a Christian context, he says, it's also a quality of being consciously respectful of others. It's a way to think about others first before me. It's a way of thinking, how can I go even half a mile more out of my own zone of comfort in order to put other people first? Is how can I lower the ego that I have in order to put other people first in my lives? Jesus told a parable. It's a parable. It's a figure of speech. It's a parable. The team was addressing to a starting class of people. Of course, we know how the Pharisees and the Sadducees treated him. 2 weeks ago, we saw him scolding them that we shouldn't do like them. When they come in, they like to occupy the first positions. They like to be seen by everyone. They like to be applauded. They like to be recognized. They even make laws, but they can't even lead this with their finger. Do not be like them. All these are the attitude that Jesus saw, and I'm told the parable of trying to not to be like them and try to adopt another aspect of our lives. If we are so proud, then, in our soul, God may not be there. Also, there are some aspects of pride that is positive. It's not all the pride that is negative. There is a pride that is positive. The pride, when you are proud of what you know, the gifts, talents God has given to you, when you walk with all those talents, using them to serve others without even being recognized, all these are positive pride. The positive pride that makes you to call out the best in you, but not to enthrone yourself, rather, not to think that you are better than many, but also the way that you recognize what God has given to you and put it to the service of others. And if we are not humble, we cannot serve. That's why Jesus calls us to be meek and humble of heart. Also, we talk about the opposites, the contrary of pride or of humility, which is pride. And pride is an ego that makes you to believe you are number one and that you are better in everything. Many of us, or most of us at times, we feel we are more privileged than the others. And instead of using our privilege to serve others, we use our privilege either to acquire position for ourselves, or we use our privilege either to punish others, or even to make others feel less and less than nothing. Most of us, there are people at times in some cultures, there are some people, because they know their neighbor is not documented, they don't have a green card. Slightest they want to tell you, I'm going to call the ICE to come over here, come for you, So at times when we use our privileges in a way not to serve, in a way to feel more potential, in a way to feel more empowered negatively, that becomes what Jesus today is telling us not to do. Because all those acts belong to the Pharisees and the Sadducees, who all the time they want to occupy the first positions in their lives. As we gather today to celebrate, we ask for the spirit of humility. And one who is humble is one who accepts his own shortcoming. One who is humble is one who thinks about others first before me. What can I do for these people? How can I help this situation? If we are not humble, we cannot adopt that particular attitude. That's what it is called is a quality that we have to imitate. It's a virtue that we have to cultivate. Being humble. When we are not humble, it's difficult for us to bend our knees before God. Some people don't come to church because they feel they have everything that full of themselves. And also we should remember, sometime last month, the gospel was on the rich man who had everything that he needed. Very good harvest, 6-figure salary every week. And he was full of himself. And what did he do? He began to find himself, oh my soul, you have enough. You don't need to work again. You have your insurance, you have everything you need. Why should I be like them? I think I should be going for first class every time. I don't need to sit in the economy class. I think I should buy every new vehicle that comes. Oh my soul, rejoice because you have everything. Tequila, eat and drink. What did Jesus say? What did Jesus what did God tell the person? He called him fool. You fool. You foolish man. You are full of yourself. You are so negatively proud of what you have, not recognizing that all these are gifts given to you. Okay, today I will request for your soul, and we will know who this your property will belong to. He said that the same Heavenly Father will do to those who are not able to humble, to submit themselves before Him. We continue to ask because today many couples are having different challenges because of lack of humility. No one accepts his or her fault. Of course, we know what happened to Adam. What happened to Adam and Eve? Adam never accepted his fault. Many of us will act like Adam. Every time you are responsible. Every time it's because of you. Every time it is you. Every time it is you. This was what Adam did. And that was why God sent him out. When God asked Adam, where are you? When he ate the forbidden fruit, where are you, Adam? What did Adam say? Genesis chapter 3. So what did Adam say? Adam didn't say, oh my God, I'm sorry that I ate. Oh my God, oh my goodness, I didn't know what happened. And then he said, I'm sorry, Lord. What did Adam do? He pointed at God. It is the woman you gave me. What fault did I have when I committed? He wasn't so humble to recognize his own frailty. And because he wasn't so humble to recognize his frailty, he think he has the power. Now God silenced him. And of course we know the Satan before was an angel. Why did God send him down? Because he was so proud of himself. Thinking, I can even now command God. And God, God sent him down. The same thing, my brothers. If we can humble ourselves, God will be the one to exalt us. And that's happened in Magnificat. That Mary humbled herself, and God was the one who raised her up. So as we continue to pray, may God help us in families, in places of work. If we make mistakes, let us acknowledge our mistake. And let us ask the good Lord, be merciful to me, for I am a sinner. By so doing, with a heart full of humility, we will attain to the peace of mind that we need, and also we will win favor before God. And in the last part of the gospel, he tells us the message. What we need to do as Corpus Christi, drawn up from different geographical background. When we do things, don't invite only your friends. After Mass, sometimes we say people meeting in groups. There are people we never talked to before. There are people we never greeted before. There are people we never even approached before. And then we feel like brothers and sisters. That when we do things, don't look for those that you know. Because the day God will visit you may not be through the person you know. The day God visited Abraham and Sarah, he came through the people they did not know in their life. They saw them passing and called them and entertained them without knowing they were entertaining an angel. Let us be mindful that even the refugees, immigrants that God sends to us, they are our neighbors. We need to open up to them. Let us also bear in mind that everyone who comes here also needs our attention, needs our smile, needs our handshake, and then we need to ask, how are you? When you make your feast, don't invite people who will pay you back, but who do we need to invite? Who do we need to invite? Now ask yourself, in the next celebration I'm going to do, who am I going to invite? There are people who even, when they want to do baptism, looking for a godfather, who do they look for? They don't look for any other type of person. Even people choosing who's going to be my sponsor, or who do we choose? When we do feasts, when we celebrate, let's not look for people who will pay us. We look for people who, after here, if they didn't give us anything, God will be the one to pay us back. So in our next feast, we're going to celebrate, think about people who you are to invite. That was one experience I had when I was in Los Angeles. A girl was celebrating her 15th birthday, the quinceañera. Of course, in the Hispanic culture, it's a very big feast. They spend a lot. The less some could spend, maybe about 16,000 for quinceañera. And this young lady told the parents, I do not want anything at all. No nemo, only I want to go to mass. And what I want is, I would like to have a dinner with the homeless. The parents, what do you mean? I don't need anything, but I want to have a dinner with the homeless. And as God will have it, on the day, the whole place was filled with homeless. And this little girl eating from one table to the other with them. It became a message even to myself. Let us remember, my brothers and sisters, that God will visit us, not through the people we know, but through the people we never liked to talk to. They may be the God waiting for us. They may be the source of your blessing coming. They may be the angels who are bringing you the blessing of God. Let us open up ourselves. As a couples Christian, we need to be brothers and sisters. We need to find ways to be interested in what others are doing. We need to ask questions in order to be able to understand what is happening. We need to open up, we need to reach the God that we have. If we don't have humility, it will be very, very difficult to do that. But if we are humble, it will not make me to swallow my ego, to swallow my pride, and to be able to come out of myself, out of my shell. Because some of us are in the shell. Amen? Some of us will may be in the cage. Open up the cage. Give a smile. You will see blessings of God coming to you through our brothers and through our sisters. Let us stand to profess our faith. I believe in one God.